please make sure that you have watched the Count by 10 video before watching this video. Let's revisit Count by 10 quickly. If we count up from 0 by tens, the numbers would be 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. Now look carefully. We are only counting by 1 for the tens place. So if you look carefully at the tens place, you can see that we're going up by one number at a time, from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4. We're counting by 1 in the tens place. So if we write our single digit numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then we attach a 0 to the end of the number, 0, after our single digit numbers. We simply attach a 0 right after them. If we attach a 0 to the end of each number, then we get our tens again. We get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90, all of the tens. So how do we add tens? How do we add two of these tens together? To add tens together, all we need to do is add the first digit, or the tens place value, together and add a 0 back to the end of the sum. So let's look at an example. So in our example, we are going to say add 20 plus 30. So 20 plus 30 equals what number? We need to add these two tens together. So all we need to do is look at the digits here in the tens place. All we need to do is add 2 plus 3. We know that already. We know that 2 plus 3 equals 5. And so we take our 2 plus 3 and we put a 5 here, and then we add a 0 to the end of the sum. So we put a 0 at the end to make that 50. So the answer to 20 plus 30 equals 50, and I found it simply by adding the two digits in the tens place together and then adding a 0 to the end of their sum. Let's look at another example. In this case, we are asked to add 50 plus 30. So again, we're adding two tens together. 50 plus 30 equals what number? So we can also use a number line to help us add when we're adding tens. Imagine a number line from 0 to 100 made up only of tens. So here's my number line, and instead of just putting all the little dashes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 100, I can just mark the tens. So I've got 0, and my next marking is 10, and then 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and up to 100. So each space on the number line represents 10. Instead of each space representing 1, we need to think of it as each space representing 10. So we're going to start at the 50. So we'll make a mark here on our 50. And then since 30 that we need to add here is 30, since 30 is 3 tens, we can add 30 to our 50 by simply moving 3 spaces to the right from 50. So I can just go from 50 and go over 1 space, that's 10, 2 spaces is 10 more, or 20, and 3 spaces is 10 more, or 30. and I land right here on the 80. And so I can see that my answer to 50 plus 30 equals 80. I can also double check it by using the technique that we talked about at the beginning of the lesson, and that was that we simply look at the two numbers in our tens place, 5 and 3. 5 plus 3 equals 8, and so we can see that we've got 8 here in the tens place, and then a 0 added back to the sum of those two digits in the tens place gives us our answer of 80.